All right, so thanks for joining me in today's video. And today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Carvana. And Carvana's been making some pretty significant news moves lately in the fact that, hey, it's soaring quite a bit. So it's getting a lot of press regarding this big movement because it is going up about 49%, just as I've been kind of watching some of the tickers and tapes. So the question is there more upside to come? And by the looks of Carvana here, if we take a look at kind of the chart, it's had some pretty good moves in the past, and then we had a significant pullback, it made some significant lows, and that lowest print that it made was $3.55. So that's pretty significant. But I will say that it did have a pretty good classic chart pattern when you start looking at it. If you go ahead and just break this thing down, you can see as we went up, as you go back to the downside and you kind of look at the classic chart pattern, you can see right here is our typical ABCD chart pattern. So typically when things happen like this, you do get kind of like either a consolidation, which is kind of what we got, and then usually a change of movement or direction. And this is what we've got. Now, the thing with this is you just really didn't know if things would pan out with Carvana. And so it kind of hung out for a little while between this $5 range and $10 range. And now what's starting to happen is that after this volume dried out, okay, so take a look at the volume there drying out, you're starting to see more volume coming in with price action. So as we look into more of the daily move, you see what's happening is that in these little spots, you're starting to see some buyers coming in, therefore creating some higher lows. And this is often a good sign. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to pop right back into the $300 range. I think this is probably unlikely. It's possible maybe many years down the road, but for now, I'd say statistically, it's unlikely. So where can we kind of expect things? Well, I will say some of the high levels was around the $30 mark, and there's a lot of support and resistance right around this price range and zone. So if we start looking in this zone, I'd say somewhere around this region is where we can go. And of course, the stock's already at 23. So as you start backing things up, you can see 30 is not far off. I think if we are kind of optimistic, maybe around the $55 and $60 range. So the question is where do you see Carvana going in the next year? Or at least let's just say January 1st of this next year. So if you're watching this on January 1st, check out and see in the comments if people were correct in their prediction. So go ahead and write down a note message of where you think Carvana will be on January 1st of this next year, which will be 2024. And then we'll see who's right. Now, the thing is I truly always appreciate you guys, posting all your great comments. So definitely do go ahead and post a comment and let me know about the stock. Now, my guess is you'll probably see the fluctuation somewhere around that $40 to $50 range. You might go into that zone and then maybe a pullback back down into around that $30 range after that. So I think we're going to overshoot a little bit to the upside and then probably pull back. And that's typical, right? You overshoot a little to the upside and then you have a pullback. So with a few months to go, that's my prediction and that's my guess. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Hope this helps with the video. Truly appreciate you sticking with me, joining me. Go ahead, check out the website if you're interested in learning more about trading, options, investing, or even just getting started on the basics of technicals and the charts. So I'll see you in the next video and episode.